Hello, my name is Gus Searcy. I'm with Awqua View, and today we're going to talk about some calls that we've received regarding the restriction of flow when using the Showermiser. The Showermiser diverters do not restrict water flow in any way. With that said, we have had some valid complaints of where restricted flow has been reported. The problem is not really so much with our product as the fact that there is lint or plastic parts or other types of material that have gotten caught in the diverter restricting the flow. We're going to show you how to clear the cartridge of that debris to get back to the normal proper flow of water. To do that, you're going to need some items. You're going to need a little Allen wrench for the Allen screw that you'll be seeing in a moment, a magic marker, and we'll explain what that's for a little bit later, some blue Loctite at the very end when you're finished, and we'll show you again what that's for. And you're going to need something called a pair of snap ring pliers. These are available for like Harbor Freight or places where they sell that kind of thing, and you particularly want to put, there's various ends that come with it, the one that has the two little tiny points like that. Alright, so we're going to just zoom in on this from now on, and the rest of the presentation will be concentrating on the diverter itself. So we're going to take the diverter apart to get the cartridge out so that we can clean out any debris that has been trapped in the cartridge. So to start with, you're going to remove the stem. It simply unscrews counterclockwise. When that happens, we'll set that off to the side, it will reveal an Allen screw. We're going to use our Allen wrench to loosen the Allen screw. You don't have to remove it, just about a half a turn is all you need, and the cap removes. By the way, the cap has a little square in it, so it only goes on a certain way, but you can position it any way you want once we're done. There's a little glide ring that helps it glide smoothly. Remember the position of the glide ring when you remove it to put it back on the same at the end. Now you see we have the cartridge revealed, and there's a little brass ring. That brass ring, I don't know if you can see it closely enough, but there are two holes in that little brass ring. It's those two little holes that we're going to use the snap ring tool, and we're going to place them into those holes and then turn counterclockwise. Doing so, I'm going to actually turn this counterclockwise since it's easier to turn the diverter than the pliers while we're on camera here. And the ring will then unscrew, releasing the cartridge. Now, before you remove the cartridge, you want to make sure it goes back in the same position. There's some little feet on the bottom I will show you. You want to take your diverter, you're going to make a black mark on the outside of the case and a mark on the diverter itself, so you make sure that you line everything up correctly when putting it all back together. At this point, you should be able to wiggle the cartridge and it will come out. You notice there's little feet on the bottom, and there's little holes in the diverter where those will line up. Also, by the way, you're going to probably need a little bit of Vaseline at the end because you're going to put some Vaseline on this too. Now at this point, you can put the knob back on, and with the knob you're able to turn the diverter, and what you want to do is run water through this diverter. If you think the problem is calcium buildup, you can just take this whole diverter itself and drop it in some vinegar overnight and then rinse it out in the morning. A lot of the brand new RVs don't blow their lines out properly, and there's little plastic curlicues that get stuck in these and other various particles that have caused a blockage of the cartridge, which gives the symptom of reduced flow. Once it's been cleaned, the next thing you do is you locate the little mark that you had on the cartridge and on the case, and you line them back up. You're going to put it back in. Oh, don't forget a little bit of Vaseline on the O-ring. You're going to line it up, put it back in, and you will feel it drop into place with those two little feet. You're then going to take your little ring, the brass ring, and you're going to put it back on. And you're going to turn it clockwise to put it back into place. You'll need your snap ring tool. Put the snap ring tool on it, and at this point, to tighten, you're turning it clockwise. I'm turning it clockwise by turning the diverter counterclockwise. And you want to make sure it's tight, not super tight, but it's very snug. At that point, you put your glide ring back. You put your diverter knob back. At this point, you're going to use a little dab of blue Loctite, not red, but blue, on these threads right here. Because when you're driving down the road, it will vibrate as you're going down the road, and the stem, this, will fall off, go down your shower, and be gone forever. Because this is solid brass, you're not going to be able to use a magnet to get it back out again. Once that's done, your diverter has been properly reassembled, and you should find you no longer have a restriction of flow. Again, my name is Gus with Awqua View. I hope you have found this video helpful.